need more time.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Your Honor, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, tonight, we're going to be talking about Your Honor episode 5. This is the recap. Now, I'm going to try my best to go over all the details. If I miss anything, you guys let me know. The description for the episode reads, Michael discovers that someone is blackmailing him. Jimmy and Gina Baxter remain committed to avenging their son's death. So those are going to be the key elements of tonight's episode. This episode, once again, was a very good episode, and this show is getting better and better each week. Those secrets are definitely coming out. Now let's begin the recap. Now we begin this episode off with Eugene. He's at his family's funeral, and I feel sorry for Eugene because he's lost his whole family to something that had nothing to do with him. I mean, Kofi, of course, did not kill Rocco, and his whole family is gone because of this incident, because of the Desire crew did not want to take the L. Of course, they wanted Kofi to take that fall for it. Now, we know that Michael was getting these texts from this mysterious phone that's popped up in this drawer. So now he has to figure out, who is this person? They're telling him they know what his son's done. Michael was asking his security dude if anybody's been in here, does this place stay open? He's tweaking out. He doesn't know what to do, which I understand. It's like, man, someone is watching you. Someone knows. So now Michael has to figure out exactly who this someone is, and he has to figure it out very fast. So, of course, he wants to head back home. And as soon as he gets home, he sees the flyer on his door about him. Of course, Kofi, his car being used in a hit and run. He knows something is up. So now Michael is on his P's and Q's. Of course, he goes in with the bat. He wants to find out exactly if someone was in there, which we learn no one was in there when Michael got in there. But best believe someone was definitely out there when Michael wasn't home. I got a feeling whoever this person was the same person that was running around in that black Suburban. Michael finds his dog laid out, foaming at the mouth, and it's sad because you're like, man, somebody done did something to the dog world. Apparently, Adam forgot to give the dog his meds, and it's very sad because you can tell that it ain't looking too good. Now, Michael falls down the steps with the dog. I'm like, how bad can this get? I mean, this day is very bad for Michael. It ain't looking too good for him and his dog, right? Now, his neighbor has told him she saw a guy out there. I believe she said he was in like a green Camry or something like that, and he had like a horseshoe logo or something. I'm telling you right now, someone is definitely following Michael and Adam. It's quite obvious. We've been seeing that person follow Adam since the very beginning of the season. And of course, the vet, they're trying to get Michael's dog back together. They know that the dog has these kidney issues, and it's just sad. Now, Eugene, right after the funeral, his whole family's at the house. And of course, he is told the truth by Big Mo and Little Mo. Now, Big Mo, of course, is the leader of the Desire crew. And she's telling Little Mo, look, we're going to tell him the truth. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to tell you right now, you have to tell him the truth. What she says, Kofi took the L for these guys. Kofi didn't kill Rocco. Kofi just was picking up the car to drop it off to be, junked, right? We knew this was going to happen, but instead he got caught up in something that he should never have been a part of, and he took the L for it, and the whole family is gone, right? Now, after that, of course, Eugene was talking to Big Mo, and Big Mo left some money out there. And I believe this was a test to see if this kid is going to be loyal to the Desire crew. I mean, she paid for the whole funeral, and she gave him this story on why, she did what she did. But this was definitely a test to Eugene, and he passed, right? Now, Carlo Baxter, he's already plotting and planning on his operations on what he wants to do, and it ain't looking too good. And it seems like he's trying to be pushing drugs. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Jimmy Baxter, he is old school. You can tell he's been through a lot. Even though he blew up that house, you can tell this is a guy that has a code. he doesn't like doing things unless he knows the truth 100%. The only reason he did what he did the last episode is because Gina was all in his head. She kept pressing him to do what he had to do, right? He didn't want to do it. And I know after this episode, he was feeling very bad because deep down inside, he probably was like, man, see, I knew I should have waited because I knew something was up with this whole case. Now, of course, Big Mo was testing Eugene. He's passed. Of course, the Desire crew, they're going to look out for this kid. They're going to take care of him. And she's ready to go to war. She is tired of this. She's like, they blew up this whole man's family and someone has to pay for this. And Eugene, he wants the Baxter family to pay for it based off what he said. Now, this mysterious person has texted Michael once again. $2,200,000. That's what Michael needs to bring. Now, Michael is definitely pissed off about this. His whole demeanor is changing. He can't even stay focused when the doctor tells him about his dog and about what needs to happen. And Michael's just losing it. I mean, he tried his best to keep it together. I understand what he's going through as far as all these people coming at him. He doesn't know. It's like a mystery. And he's trying to get a hold of Adam. But Adam, he's kicking it with Fia Baxter. And as I told you guys in the last recap, this is going to come back on Adam. He wants this attention. And for the first time ever, it seems like he had a lot of chemistry with Fia. He didn't really seem weird. She's preparing him for his interview at college. And you already can tell that Fia definitely is feeling Adam. She wants those cheeks clapped. You already tell. You can already tell it's going to happen. We're going to see exactly what's going to happen. I wonder how Fia is going to feel when she finds out the truth that Adam killed her brother Rocco. Man, it's crazy, man. Your boy Adam is on one. He should never even be associated with this girl at all. He needs to keep his distance, but he doesn't want to do that. We know in next week's episode, Jimmy Baxter is going to be asking about who she is talking to. And of course, you already know Adam is definitely going to be brought up, and it's going to make this story very, very interesting. Now, Lee, she goes and she sees Eugene because she needs to get consent from a family member that's over 18 to, of course, get a second autopsy because she wants to know exactly what happened to Kofi. She doesn't believe what they're telling her, and she wants to know the truth. Now, little Mo, of course, he's making threats. He's being very disrespectful, and Lee, she kind of carries herself very well. She doesn't overreact. She just gets up, walks out, and that's when Eugene comes back and says, you know what? Kofi has a different father than me, and he gives her the information on where this man works at. That way she can go and get that consent, and she can get that second autopsy to figure out exactly what happened to Kofi. Now, Michael's on this elevator. He sees these two guys in the back. These two young guys are talking about this case. Michael, once again, is thinking outside the box. He helps these kids with their case by giving them some information, but then he asks them, do they know how to trace a burner phone back to where it was purchased at? This is a smart move by Michael. He wants to know who sent this phone to him and where it was purchased at. That way he can figure out exactly the area and he can kind of cut things short, right? Michael definitely goes and he uses the information that these guys gave him. He's trying to figure out who's doing this. As I told you guys, whoever this is, I believe it's the person that's been riding around in that black Suburban. You've been seeing them the whole season, and to me, they've been following Adam way more than Michael, but they definitely knows what's up. Now, Big Mo, Little Mo, they go to the Baxter family, and she's telling them, look, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you the truth. Kofi didn't have nothing to do with this. Kofi stole the car on, I believe they said October 10th. Rocco Baxter was killed on October 9th. So there's no way that he did it. You need to go, you can get the information all you want, but all this blowing up stuff needs to stop. If you want war, we can have war. But what you're doing makes no sense. Now, Jimmy is just looking like, why are you telling me this? But then again, he's starting to think like, man, I definitely need to go do my research on this, because if this is true, I'm going to be very pissed off that we sit up here and did all this, because you already know he's going to be pissed off. Now, you can see that Carlo is very pissed off because deep down inside, he's like, I know I did not just kill an innocent kid for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that Kofi told him, I think they're going to show us the full scene on what happened between Kofi and Carlo, because I'm telling you, Carlo is feeling very bad. He was already bragging about, dogging out Kofi and all this stuff earlier on in the episode. So he's definitely feeling bad. And of course, the boy Jimmy wants to find out exactly who did this. So he sends his boys to go do more research. Now we get to Kofi's father, and of course he's like, look, I had to step away from Kofi because he got into that gang. I couldn't be involved with him. I couldn't have him around my girls. Now, of course, Lee is able to get him to sign this consent form to do one last good deed for his son, and that's what he does. She goes get it. She gets the second autopsy done, and she knows that something definitely happened. He's, of course, suffered a whole lot of trauma to the head, and I think he's going to be brought back up. Don't be surprised if Carlo has to go back on the stand and face charges for this. We're going to see exactly what's going to happen. Now, Michael, of course, he's tripping out. He doesn't know where Adam is at because Adam's not responding to him, right? He's trying to figure out where he's at. And then Adam pops up. Michael tells him when he calls, make sure he answers the phone at all times. It doesn't matter who's he with, right? Now, he tells Adam that, look, you forgot to give the dog his meds, and he's very pissed off about this. Now, at the same time, Michael once again gets a text and is telling him the location where to meet and to bring this money. They want large bills. They want to be very specific on how they want this money delivered. Michael says, you know what? It's time to break bad. I need to pull out that inner Walter White inside me. So he goes and he gets his gun. And now he's planning on meeting up with this mysterious person. Now we get back to your boy Jimmy Baxter, and of course the officer that apparently didn't give him all the information. Cusack did not give him all the information on what happened with Rocco, of course. So now he has all the evidence. They're listening to this USB and they listen to the audio, and come to find out there was a second call. If you guys remember in that episode, your boy Adam, of course, I believe he accidentally called or answered the phone or whatever, but it was a second call. They know this happened. They're trying to figure out exactly where it was coming from, right? Now, Michael goes to the bank. He's trying to get this money out, but he can't. The bank needs 48-hour notice. He's very pissed off that he can't get his money. He's talking about it's the 21st century. You should be able to get this money instantly. And it doesn't work for him. He has to figure out another way. Now, Jimmy Baxter, he wants to listen now because Gina has told him it was a second call. So he's listening. He's trying to figure out exactly where this is happening at. And then your boy Frankie comes in. And Frankie tells him, look, this location of this event, of this call, happened at one of these 3 gas stations. So it's time to go do some investigation and to find out exactly where this call came from and where this person was. They're trying to break this down. They're doing a lot of investigating, something that these officers did not do. Now, Michael, he's talking to this guy that's blackmailing him, and Michael is trying to call his bluff. He said, look, there's no way you have enough evidence. I'm not paying you anything. I mean, what evidence do you got? You know what I'm saying? And then the dude sends this picture, this video actually, the video of Adam at the gas station. And then he sends a smiley face, right? And Michael was just like, I can't believe this. Who is this guy? Now, there was a car behind him. Maybe we need to go back and rewatch that episode. But I'm telling you, that black Suburban is definitely a car of interest. Now, we get back to Jimmy and Frankie. They find the exact gas station that, of course, Michael was at. He lied to the owner and told him that his name was Dan Thomas or something like that. And told him about a sob story about his wife cheating and stuff like that. So when Jimmy gets in there, he's thinking it's about Kofi. But come to find out, it's about Michael. He knows that Michael was the one that did this. And once he sees the paper, and once they show the owner of the paper, and Jimmy puts 2 and 2 together, especially about marriage and stuff like that, he knows whose it is. Because he know Michael, the judge, his car was involved in the hit and run. He knows it's Michael. He knows that Michael deleted the footage because they asked the gas station owner what happened to the footage, and he said the guy deleted it. So now they know it's time to go press Michael. Episode 6 is about to get crazy because now Jimmy is just like, okay, y'all tried to play me. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to find out exactly what really happened. And like I told you guys, Jimmy, to me, I don't really dislike him. He reminds me like he's like an old school mobster, man. He doesn't overthink things. He wants to make sure whatever he's doing, whatever move he makes, is the right move. You can tell earlier on in the season, he didn't really want to react until he found out the full truth. That's why he was so pissed off at Carlo Baxter for killing Kofi, because he felt like what he did was wrong. He told him he was handling the situation, but of course Gina Baxter told Carlo that he wasn't. See, that's what happens when you have somebody that runs their mouth and jumps the gun without actually thinking. Jimmy Baxter, of course, I know he's very upset about this. Carlo was upset, and I'm pretty sure Gina is upset as well, because they got rid of a innocent boy, teenager that didn't do anything at all. I mean, he didn't do anything at all. All he did was following directions of the Desire crew, picking up this car, dropping it off. That was it, and they got the evidence now. Now it's time to press the attack. I'm telling you right now, this show is getting better and better. We are halfway through, 5 more episodes left. I can't wait to see the outcome. But you guys let me know, man. Leave your theories, predictions, everything down below. If I missed anything, you guys let me know down below. And let's leave it all down, man. I will be catching up on you guys. We're going to talk about episode 6 as well this week. So thank you guys for all the support and all the love. And I will catch you on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.